Yeah, hello everyone. This is Amogh, and I am about to begin the vocabulary session. So, for all the newcomers, I just want to explain the rules of this session once more. So, I'll be sharing five new words with you. You just need to use those words in a sentence of your own, and just you need to post those sentences in the group chat, okay? So that we can provide review on your sentences. So, and if you want feedback from any particular admin, you can tag them as well, okay? So, I think let's start the session. I hope the cue card is visible in the group chat. Can anyone please confirm? Hello. Yeah. So the first word for today is route. Okay. The meaning of this word is a decisive or humiliating defeat. Okay. I hope you guys can see the cue card. I have just shared in the English learners main group. Okay. So the first word of today's session is route, which means a decisive or humiliating defeat. So I have provided a model example as well. You guys can go through the cue card and use this word in a sentence of your own, and please post your sentences in the group chat. Okay. So that we'll be able to review your sentences. Okay. So I'm waiting for your sentences, guys. The word is route. Okay. Please start framing the sentences. Yeah, hello. So I hope the rules are clear. So I'm waiting for your sentences. So there are so many people in the VC. So yeah, we are in a vocabulary session. So you just need to use the word route in a sentence of your own, and please post the sentence in the group chat. Okay. So soldier, Prabhakar, I think Ekta is here. Is the cue card visible in the group chat? Can anyone please confirm? So I'm waiting for your sentences. So the first word is route, which means a decisive or humiliating defeat. Okay. I think it's a very simple word, guys. So start coming up with your sentences. Finally, we have our first sentence by variable, which says unintentional fight among boys led to a rout of the starters. Okay. Variable, I think the sentence is fine grammatically, but I'm not able to understand by the words rout of the starters. Like, what did you want to convey through the word starters? Can you please specify? Are you in the VC? Okay. I think he's not in the VC. Okay. So what about others? I think there are so many people in the VC. You just need to use the word route and frame a sentence. Okay. Yeah, I think we have a next sentence by Shiva Mishra, which says this battle led to a complete rout of the army. Okay. So Shiva, I think can you please specify any particular battle? Like I'm not able to clearly get what you wanted to convey.
I don't know why it is so difficult for me to type it over there in the men's section. I mean, like in the group. Is it
Okay.
because of my settings or not? I don't know.
You're not able to type, or is there any technical
It
difficulty?
is it is disappearing those messages. Like which whenever I post it, like it is disappearing.
Okay. So can you rejoin this group again? I'll
Okay.
let you in. Okay. This battle led to complete. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Shiva, I think if you mention the details of any battle or the details of any army, like which country does the army belong to, so I think the sentence become much more comprehensive. There is no grammatical error, but I think there is a need of much more completeness in your sentence. Okay. So I think, yeah, Nerob, are you in the VC? Okay. Yeah, I think this sentence can be aptly used for yesterday's match as well. So I'm waiting for your sentences, guys. So there are so many people in the VC, so the expectations are high. So start using the word route and frame a sentence of your own, and please post it in the group chat. Okay. I think Rain is here. Okay, Ami, are you now able to type?
No, it's not working from my side. If you don't mind, I can like say my example, right?
Yeah, you can.
But what's the problem with my chatting section? I mean, like, is it off or something like that?
Okay, that I'm not sure. So I think it's fine. Uh, I'll check. Just a second.
Okay, anyway, let me go with like my example. Pakistan suffered a rout yesterday on 2020 match against India.
Okay, Ami, try again once in the group. Sorry, I couldn't hear your sentence. Try again in the group. I think now I think it would be
Okay.
visible. Yeah. So yeah, I think Soldier has come up with a sentence which says the Battle of XYZ proved to be a rout for Nation ABC. Okay. Uh, yeah, Soldier, I think it's fine. The sentence is fine. But yeah, the usage of XYZ and ABC, keeping the battle and nation both in an anonymous way. So I think you can avoid, right, Soldier? So yeah, I think Ryan has come up with a sentence. Yeah, I think Smiley sentence is also getting deleted, right? Okay. Yeah, Ami, yeah, even now I could see the sentence disappearing from the chat box. So, okay, Ami, sorry. You can speak it out, Ami, okay? You can say in the VC, okay? I'm listening to your sentence. You can speak out in the VC, okay?
Something like
Okay.
Pakistan. Yeah,
I think your message
Pakistan.
is visible, right?
Yes, my
Hi is visible.
message is yes, like my message is visible, but why? I don't know. Like my sentence is not visible. It is disappearing.
Yeah, okay. You can speak it out, okay?
Okay, like Pakistan suffered a rout on yesterday's 2020 match against India.
Okay. You said Pakistan suffered a rout on yesterday's match, right?
Hmm,
Okay, I think instead of on, I think the correct word would be in, I think, right?
let me check.
Yeah, okay. So I think the rest is fine and a very good sentence as well, okay? Which aptly depicts the what you say results of yesterday's match as well. So good one, Ami, okay? Yeah, I think what about others? I think if those were the sentences, I think we can move on to our next word for the day. Yeah, I'll share the next word. Yeah, I think we have a sentence by Shush which says one brave decision can rout 100 doubts. Okay, I think Shush, I think the sentence is fine, but I'm not pretty sure whether route can be used as a verb here because the sense in which I shared the word is in that is the word route is used as noun. Okay, I'm not sure whether you can say can route 100 doubts because the word route is a noun. Okay, so I'll check on it. Shush. Okay, so yeah. I think we have a sentence by Prabhakar which says the crowd was in a rout after the official announcement of the possible terror attack. Okay, Prabhakar, I think the word rout means to get decisively defeated, right? To face a humiliating defeat. Okay, but the crowd cannot face the defeat, right? Uh, so it's the state that faces the defeat because it is what which fights the terror, like instead of crowd. So the sentence is
Sir,
not making that impactful meaning, but it's yeah, it's fine. Yeah, who is this?
Rain. Sir,
I
please check my message.
Yeah, Ryan, just a second. Yeah, sorry for that. So you have said terrorists had to face a fierce rout from their war with. Okay, instead of the word from rain, you can use in their war. Okay, in their war against Indian army. Okay, Rain, I hope I'm audible. So I hope you're getting it. Instead of saying from their war with, you can say in their war against Indian army. And to be more precise, I think you can reframe the sentence a bit because terrorists don't go to a war, right? Actually, it's nations when they fight each other. That is what considered as a war. So I can use any other word instead of war. Okay, the rest is really fine, right? I think it's grammatically fine and a very beautiful meaning is being conveyed. So yeah, thank you, Ryan, for replying. So yeah, the next word is demeanor, which means okay, just a second. Yeah, which means how a person carries himself or herself. Okay, so it's a very simple word again. So I think I can see few sentences using the word. So I'll start reviewing them. Okay, yeah, I think Shush has typed out that his professional demeanor left a positive impression on everyone in the meeting. Yeah, Shush, I think it's a great sentence and is grammatically very much sound. So good one, Shush. Okay. So Smiley says, my teacher's strict demeanor helps to maintain discipline. Okay, again a very beautiful sentence, Smiley. So it's a very good one, and I can't see any grammatical errors in it. So good one, Smiley. Okay. So I think Soldier has come up with a sentence which says, the Battle of Red Valley ended in a complete rout of the enemy forces. Okay, Soldier. Um, the Battle of Red Valley. I think it's making sense. Like, who was the enemy in that battle? Soldier, can you speak out? Like, who was the enemy in that battle? Yeah, Smiley, I think I reviewed your sentence, right? Smiley, it's a very good one. Okay. So Shiva Mishra says, although she is young, she has a mature demeanor. Yeah, I think it's a very good sentence and is using the word demeanor in a very right sense, Shiva. So good one. Okay. So I think those are the sentences for using the word demeanor, right? So I think we can move on to our next word. Yeah, I think the next word is besmirch. Okay. So the next word is besmirch, which means to damage the reputation. I think it's again a very simple word which has a very simple meaning. So I think it would be very easy for you all to frame the sentence using this word. Yeah. So start framing the sentences, guys. The word is besmirch, which means to damage the reputation. Okay. So unscripted says her polite demeanor makes her magnetic. Okay, it's a wonderful sentence, unscripted. Okay. So yeah, Rain says she was so demeanor such that okay, even those who talked with her became so disciplined. Okay. Rain, the word demeanor means like how you project yourself. Okay, so you can't say she was so demeanor. Okay, you're using it as a noun. Okay, so I think that would be inappropriate, Rain. Okay, you just need to reframe your sentence a bit. You can say her demeanor was so strong that even those who talked with her became so disciplined. Okay, Rain, I hope you're listening. So yeah, Smiley says my nervous demeanor suggested that I feel uncomfortable to talk in the VC. Okay, Smiley, I think you are saying it in the past tense, right? Because you're saying my demeanor suggested, right? You can say that I felt uncomfortable to talk in the VC. Okay, so that the entire sentence will be in a particular. Yeah, yeah. Good job, Smiley. So Shush says she refused to let anyone's jealousy besmirch her self-worth. Okay, I think it's a very beautiful sentence, Shush. So it's conveying a very beautiful meaning as well. So good job. Okay. So traitors soldier says traitors often attempt to besmirch their opponents through clever tactics. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful sentence, soldier. Okay. So grammatically also it's very much sound. So good one, soldier. Okay. So I think we have another sentence by Sush which says, "Do not allow temporary anger to besmirch the dignity you have built over years." Yeah, wonderful sentence again, Sush. So good job. So unscripted says a good demeanor adds decorum to our personality. I think it's a wonderful sentence unscripted. So grammatical also it's sound and conveying a very beautiful meaning. So good job unscripted. Okay. So Mona says in any argument of VC, one will try to besmirch the other. Okay, Mona, I think instead of the word of, it's better if you use the word in, right? In any argument of VC. Okay, sorry. Just a minute. Yeah, you can use the word in, I think. Argument of VC, I think it's not conveying the meaning in a very impactful way. Okay, the rest is fine. And sorry you had to go through that experience. So I think there are very kind people in this group as well. So I think your experience would be better the next time. Okay. So yeah, Smiley says some bad people try to besmirch by leaking their private things. Okay, Smiley, I think it's fine. The sentence is fine, but I'm not able to get what you wanted to say by the words by leaking their private things. Here, the word there belongs to who? Like there is representing who? The bad people or some other people? Smiley, can you please clarify? Okay, Smiley, are you in the VC?
Sir, I'm
Oh.
in the VC.
Yeah, you are saying there, right? Their. By that word, you wanted to say who, like bad people or some other people, private things.
Yeah, two bad people.
Some bad people try to besmirch by leaking their private things, right? Like bad people will reveal their own private things or some other people's private things. Smiley, are you getting it?
Yes, sir. For others people.
Okay. I think it's better if you use the word other people, okay? Because the usage of the word there is not that clear here, okay? The rest is really fine, Smiley, okay? Yeah, I think Rain says the more they tried to besmirch her, the powerful she became. Yeah, Rain, I think it's a wonderful sentence. Just a minor error. The spelling of the word powerful needs a tiny bit of correction, okay? Just remove the last L, okay? A single L would do the job, okay? The sentence is really powerful, Rain, okay? Yeah, a very good one as well, Rain, okay? So Nick says having friends who besmirch you to be cool amongst their friends are called shaguns, okay? Nick, I'm not able to get what you wanted to say by the words besmirch you to be cool amongst their friends. Okay, till besmirch you, able to get it. Having friends who besmirch you to be cool. Okay. Amongst their friends. Yeah, it's clear, Nick. Okay, sorry for that. So I think it's a good sentence. Okay, I think the friends want to be cool, right? So yeah, I'm able to get it. So good one. So unscripted says we should not besmirch others for entertainment. Yeah, unscripted, it's a good sentence. So Rain says only insecure people besmirch others. Yeah, Rain, I think it's again a wonderful sentence and conveying a very deeper meaning as well. So good one, Rain. Okay. Shiva Mishra says his opponents launched a smear campaign to besmirch his reputation. Okay. Shiva Mishra, I think instead of saying besmirch his reputation, I think besmirch him would do the job because the word besmirch in itself contains the meaning that is damaging the reputation, right? The word reputation comes within the word besmirch, okay? So I think there is no need to mention reputation again. You can just say to besmirch him, okay? Just before the election, okay? The rest is really fine, Shiva Mishra, and a very good one as well, because you're bringing the political context into your sentence, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I think we have a next sentence by Mookie, which says many good people were dismissed in the Epstein files case, okay, even though they were not involved in it. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful sentence, Mookie. I think it is about the current geopolitical developments. I think in America, it's a big, what you can say, reveal that is Epstein files. I think many Indian personalities are also involved in it, so I think it's a very wonderful sentence, Mookie. Okay. So yeah, Vipin says having an effective demeanor in the interview coupled with smart and rational answers made her the natural choice for the job. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful sentence, Vipin. So it's grammatically very much sound and is very powerfully structured. So great job, Vipin. Okay. So Scarlett says I never care if someone besmirches me. Others' words can never hurt my soul. Okay, Scarlett, I think it's a wonderful sentence. I think after the word others, I think you can use an apostrophe, right? After others, apostrophe after s. Others words can. Yeah, I think the rest is really fine. Grammatically,
Yes,
I
sir.
feel
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True, true. There's a mistake.
okay. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, I think Amy has come up with a sentence which says he tried to besmirch her reputation with scandals. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good sentence, but it would be more complete or more comprehensive if you add the details of the scandal. Like the scandal was related to what? You can add that, okay? I mean, this is fine, okay? There's nothing wrong in it, okay? So I think Rain has come up with a sentence which says, "Stay away from people who besmirch others." Yeah, I think it sounds like a warning and very beautifully structured as well, right? So good one. So yeah, I think those are the sentences using the word besmirch, right? So I think we can move on to our next word for the day. So yeah, just a second. Yeah, the next word is vertiginous. Okay, I hope you guys can see the cue card. The next word is vertiginous, which means causing dizziness, or you can say dizziness felt due to steep heights, right? I think it's a feeling which most of us experience. So the word is vertiginous, which means causing dizziness, especially due to great heights. When something is very steep, the dizziness we feel is better explained using the word vertiginous. Okay. So I'm expecting you guys to use the word vertiginous in a sentence of your own. So I think till then we have a sentence by unscripted which says besmirching make people feel doubtful. Okay, unscripted it's a good one, but you can add few more details like feel doubtful about oneself or about others. I think that is not clearly conveyed unscripted. Okay, the sentence is simple and fine, but yeah, I think it would be more complete if you add who is feeling doubtful or feeling doubtful about what. Okay, yeah, I think Rain has come up with a sentence which says on the way to Kedarnath he felt vertiginous. Yeah, Rain, I think it's a good sentence. Okay, yeah, unscripted. Thank you for correcting your sentence. Now I think it's making complete sense and Very beautifully structured as well, unscripted. So good job. Okay. I think Rain, yeah, your sentence is also very beautiful. So I think you are using Kedarnath in your sentence. I think it's making very much sense. So yeah, good one, Rain. Okay. So what about others? The word is vertiginous. Yeah, Smiley has come up with a sentence which says, "My friend wore vertiginous high heels in my sister's wedding." Vertiginous high heels. Okay. I think you are using it as an adjective, right, Smiley? So I think it's a very deep sentence. Just a second. My friend wore vertiginous high heels. I'm not able to get it whether the right usage of the word has been made because it's the feeling of dizziness, right? But by high heels, can anyone feel dizziness? That I'm not sure. Smiley, okay? So try to use it in some other different context, okay? So Mona says, last time I was vertiginous. Last time I was vertiginous during paragliding. Mona, I think your sentence need a restructuring, okay? Um, because you are saying last time I was vertiginous during paragliding, right? That means you have done paragliding multiple times, right? Okay. So I think how can that sentence be restructured? Just a second, Mona. Last time I was vertiginous during paragliding. The last time I was paragliding, I was vertiginous. Okay, Mona, I hope you are listening. You can say the last time I was paragliding, I was vertiginous. Okay, I hope you are listening. So little bit of restructuring of the words, okay, would make your sentence much more impactful, Mona. Okay,
Sir, please repeat your sentence. Last time
this
I
is
was
Mona, right?
paragliding.
Yeah, the last time I was paragliding, I felt vertiginous. I was vertiginous. I was vertiginous. Okay, that would do. Okay, add a comma. Last time when I was the last time I was paragliding, so comma, I was vertiginous. Okay, the rest is really fine. Okay. I think Ami has come up with a sentence which says, he looked down from the fifth floor and felt vertiginous. Yeah, Ami, I think this is a decent one and grammatically also very much sound, Ami. So good one. Okay. Shiva Mishra says, sometimes people feel vertiginous while having fast. Okay. Shiva Mishra, tiny correction has to be made. Okay. Because the word vertiginous is used to describe the feeling of dizziness caused through great heights. Okay. It's not just the dizziness. Okay. It is the dizziness that is caused through steep heights, caused by steep heights. Okay. So that's why we changed Shiva Mishra. Okay. Yeah. I think D&D has come up with a sentence which says many people besmirch reputed personalities just to stay in the limelight. Yeah, that's a very true sentence as well. So good one, D&D. I think it's very impactfully written as well. So good job. Unscripted says the vertiginous ride made many people feel dizzy, so they avoided it altogether. Okay. Unscripted, it's a wonderful sentence. But instead of using the word dizzy again in the sentence, you can use some other word because the vertiginous in within itself contains the dizziness, right? The vertiginous ride automatically means the ride was dizzy. Okay, so instead of bringing the word dizzy again in your sentence, you can use some other word. Okay, you can replace the word dizzy with some other word like uncomfortable. Something uncomfortable would do. I think the vertiginous ride made people feel uncomfortable, so they avoided it altogether. Okay, the rest is really fine unscripted. I think it's a good thing that you're bringing some different context and you're using it as an adjective for a ride that is conveying a very deeper meaning. So good job unscripted. Okay. So I think Scarlett has come up with a sentence which says, when I was on the 12th floor of the building, I felt vertiginous because the ground seemed much below. Okay. Scarlett, I think the word on should be replaced, right? because when I was on the 12th floor of the building, I think if it's a terrace, I think you can say on. But if it's not the end of the building, I think the word in should be the proper way, the proper one, I think. When I was in the 12th floor of the building, I felt vertiginous because the ground seemed much below. The rest is really fine, Scarlett. I think it's wonderfully structured as well. So I'm quite skeptical about the use of the word on, okay? I think, yeah, instead of on, I think in would do the job. So I'll check on it again, Scarlett, okay? So Rain says when she stood at the top of that mountain and looked down to the valley, she felt vertiginous, closed her eyes, and said, okay, instead of using comma after the word vertiginous rain, you can use a full stop and say she closed her eyes and said, take her away from that place. Yeah, Rain, I think you need to use the full stop after the word vertiginous and add the word she. She closed her eyes and said, after said, I think you need to use double apostrophes, okay? Because you want to say the exact words which she said, right? So I think double apostrophes would do the job, okay? She closed her eyes and said, apostrophes, take her away from that place. Or if you don't want to use apostrophes, you can say she closed her eyes and said to take her away. Okay, said add to or apostrophes. Okay, anyone would do. And said to take her away from that place and said take her away. Okay, take me away. Okay, if you're using apostrophes, you need to say take me away from that place. Okay, if you're not using apostrophes, you need to say her eyes. She closed her eyes and said to take her away. To take her away from that place. Okay, anyone would do job. Anyone would do the job. So, okay. Oh, my throat is getting dried. Okay, just a second. I think Smiley has come up with a sentence which says, "We took a vertiginous path to go the top of the to go to the top of the fort." Smiley, okay? Yeah. The rest is really fine, Smiley, and grammatically very much sound as well. Yeah, yeah, great sentence, Smiley. Okay. So Shadow says, out of jealousy, some people won't take a moment to besmirch your image. Okay, Shadow, are you in the VC? Just a second. Yeah. Shadow, I think the sentence is fine, but I'm not able to get what you wanted to say by the words besmirch your image. Because out of jealousy, some people won't take a moment to besmirch your image, right? By your image, you wanted to say whose image? Like Shadow, can you please reply? Unscripted says, Shadow, I'll be waiting for your reply, okay? Unscripted says, the coconut tree's vertiginous height tests the skills of climbers. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful sentence, unscripted. So, good one. So, Ram says, the height made me feel vertiginous. Yeah, Ram, I think it's a very decent one. I think you can frame much better sentences, Ram, okay? This is a good one, okay? But I think it's a very simple one, okay? Peace says, I looked at my bank balance and felt a vertiginous sensation. Yeah, Peace, I think it's a wonderful sentence. So, great job, okay? I think, yeah. Next sentence is by unscripted, which says, the stairs were so vertiginous that I forgot how to walk. Yeah, unscripted again, it's a wonderful sentence, okay? So, it's beautiful, really. Unscripted, okay? I think D&D has come up with a sentence which says, when I went for a bungee jump and looked down, I felt vertiginous. Yeah, I think it's a very good sentence, D&D, okay? And they're bringing in the context of bungee jumping, so it's making very much sense as well. So good job, D&D, okay? Scarlett says the vertiginous height of the mountain made her nervous. Yeah, Scarlett, I think it's a decent one and grammatically sound. So good one, okay? Ram says the view was beautiful but vertiginous. Yeah, Ram, I think this is much more better than your previous one. This is much more powerful as it is impactfully written. Even though it seems simple, I think it's good one, Ram, okay? So yeah, I think those were the sentences using the word vertiginous, right? So I think we can move on to our last word for the day before we wind up our session. So the last word is provenance. Okay. I hope the cue card is visible in the group chat. So the last word is provenance. Okay, which means the place of origin or earliest known history. So in this session, we are moving towards difficult words. Okay, we yeah we began with the simple words. Towards the end, we are moving towards the much difficult words. So this is our last word for the day. I'm hoping you guys will frame some wonderful sentences. So the word is provenance, which means the place of origin or earliest known history. So I think I have plotted a model example as well in the cue card, which can help you. You can go through it and start using the word in a sentence of your own. Okay. So the word is provenance, which means the place of origin or earliest known history. Okay, I'm not able to read. Yeah, finally, Unscripted has come up with a sentence which says the provenance of the mummy was found back in ancient Egypt. Yeah, I think Unscripted it's making much sense, and the word provenance has been used in the right sense, and grammatical also it's looking fine to me. So good one, Unscripted. Okay. So Ram says the company shared the provenance of its raw materials. Okay, I think it's a good one, Ram. Okay, the word provenance has been used in the right sense. So yeah, I think Smiley has come up with a sentence which says we are looking for the provenance of the ancient manuscript. Okay, that's a good one, Smiley. Again, I think it's a difficult word, right? Upon reading your sentences, I am feeling it's quite a bit difficult to use the word provenance in your sentences. But I think still people are typing it out, so I hope I can see some wonderful sentences. And you guys can use all the 5 words which you learned today in a single sentence as well. So that would be a great thing. By doing so, you'll be able to recall the words which you learned today and will be in the new level of application because you'll be using all the 5 words in a single sentence, right? Give it a try, guys. Try to bring in all the words which you learned today or 2 to 3 words which you learned today in a single sentence if you're facing the difficulty in using the word provenance, okay? So I think Kabir has come up with a sentence which says the provenance of Hindi still okay. Kabir add the word is okay. The provenance of Hindi is still not clear, okay? The rest is really fine. I think this is a much better sentence, Kabir. So good one. I think yeah, Rain has come up with a sentence which says the provenance of ghee laddu is unknown. Yeah, Rain, I think it's a wonderful sentence. So instead of sticking to conventional ancient things, I think you have brought in ghee laddu. So that's a very good thing, Rain. Okay. Thank you for being creative. Okay. Unscripted. Okay. Hindi has its provenance in Sanskrit. Unscripted. Yeah, that's true. But that is the thing of past, right? So what happens in past things or in the context of history is one cannot say anything with 100% surety. Hindi has its provenance in Sanskrit that is mostly accepted. It can be 99% sure, but Kabir's sentence can hold its place, I think. So yeah, that was my personal opinion, unscripted. Okay. So Smiley says he is an expert on the provenance of old books. Smiley, I think it's a wonderful sentence. I think you're using the word provenance in a very creative way. So I think that's a very good thing, Smiley. Okay. So Ram has come up with a sentence. It says the vertiginous tower had a rich provenance. Okay, I think Ram, the usage of the word vertiginous is right, but the later part of your sentence, that is the rich provenance, I think that is not clear because the word provenance means something else. You can go through the cue card again, Ram. It's a very good thing that you're trying to bring in two words in a sentence, but the second word should have been better used. Okay, the first part is absolutely fine. The word vertiginous has been rightly used. Okay, so Scarlett says the gallery only sells paintings of known provenance. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful sentence, Scarlett. So the next sentence is scholars often question the provenance of some of the old scripts. I think again a wonderful sentence. So great job, Scarlett. I think both sentences are very beautifully structured and impactfully written. So good job. Okay, you have used it as both as an adjective as well as noun. So that's a very good thing. Okay. So Kabir says knowing the provenance of any language would make you vertiginous. Okay, knowing the provenance of any language. Okay, Kabir here as well. As I said to Ram, as I said to Ram. So knowing the provenance of any language, that part is very beautiful. Okay. So in the latter part of your sentence, which says would make you vertiginous. Vertiginous is dizziness caused due to height. Okay. So you can bring in some height aspect in the language. Okay. You can bring in the depth of the language and compare it with height or something like that. Okay. In the current sentence, I think the usage of the word vertiginous is not that right. Okay.
I think vertiginous may be used when your mind is whirling or spinning due to some
Yeah, it's dizziness.
sort of.
Yeah, that's true. But especially the word vertiginous conveys the meaning that the dizziness is caused due to great heights. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that part is missing. Okay. The first part is very beautiful. The provenance of any language, knowing the provenance of any language. So there is nothing mistake. There is nothing wrong in that. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. The height part is missing. Okay. Yeah. Unscripted says the provenance of my mother's sudden scolding remains a mystery. Okay. I think it's a wonderful sentence unscripted and which is humorously written as well. So great job unscripted. Okay. It's a wonderful sentence. I think this would be my favorite for the day. So Shadow says the people working on high-rise buildings don't find them vertiginous. Okay. Don't find them. I think Shadow, there is nothing grammatically, no grammatical error in the sentence, but you can just say the people working on high-rise buildings don't feel vertiginous. Okay, don't find them. I think it's reducing the impactness of your sentence. This is not wrong. Okay, Shadow, this is absolutely fine. That was my personal opinion, Shadow. Okay, this is a fine sentence and very good one as well. Okay. So Smiley says, I asked the seller about the provenance of the watch. Yeah, Smiley, I think it is using the sentence of yours is using the word provenance in the right sense. So good one, Smiley. So Shiva Mishra says, an archaeologist discovered the provenance of the fossil as being from China's historical Ming dynasty. Okay. Scientists are more interested in the provenance of universe. So, Shiva Mishra, I think the second sentence is very impactfully written. Though it sounds simple, I think it conveys a very deeper meaning. So good one on that. Coming to the first sentence, an archaeologist discovered the provenance of the fossil as being from. Okay, as being from. You can replace those words by saying as belonging to. Okay, the being from is reducing the power of. mm, yeah, power of your sentence. Okay, you can say provenance of the fossil as belonging to China's historical Ming dynasty. Okay. Being from is fine, I think. That was my personal opinion again, Shiva Mishra. There is nothing wrong, I think. Okay. So Rain says the provenance of ghee laddu was pure ghee, but the crime was the pure greed of my brother. Okay. And I think the first part is fine. I think you have already discovered the history of Giladu, and you are saying the secret recipe is pure key, right? So, but the crime was, that part is not that clear. The pure greed of my brother, right? You need to link the sentence with the first part of your sentence in a much better way. And I hope you're getting it. The second part of your sentence must be linked with your first part in a much better way, because you're bringing in the greed of my brother, right? And what was the crime, that also you need to mention. It's not clearly understandable by the sentence, okay? And I hope you're getting it.
I mean, his crime was he ate the ghee laddu.
Okay, I think you need to mention it, right? Like, how can someone know, like, just by saying crime that he was eating it? He can steal and feed it to someone else as well, right? So if you mention that he was eating it, or something like that, I think it would be, yeah, yeah. Thank you, Ryan, for replying. Yeah, I hope you got it. Yeah. So I think it was a very tiring session, yet it was a very fruitful one, guys. So thank you all for participating. Thank you for being there till the end of the session. So I hope this session was useful. I think we got to learn 5 new words today. So I hope this will be useful in your daily lives. So yeah, that was it from my side. Thank you all for participating. So this will be the today's vocabulary session. So let's connect soon on some other day with some 5 new words. So yeah, let me wind up this session. Thank you again for participating.